On today's special episode of Homeworthy, we're bringing you back to the bucolic town of Tewksbury, New Jersey, where two of our favorite hosts, Eric Lysdahl and Philip Norkeliunas, show us how to throw the ultimate afternoon soiree. They're hosting a Mad Hatter's themed luncheon for 30 guests in celebration of the Lenox Hill Spring Gala, and show us how they prepare, from the food to the table decor to the costumes. So join us in the festivities as Eric and Philip pull off a fabulous party in just 3 hours. You won't want to miss this.
Welcome back, Homeworthy. I'm Philip Norkeliunas.
And I'm Eric Lysdahl.
And today we're hosting a very special episode. We're having a Mad Hatter's themed luncheon for over 30 guests.
And they're getting here in 3 hours, so we better get a move on. Come on in.
Join the mayhem.
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. Before today's episode, click the join button below to support all of the storytelling we do on this channel. Our growing community of members help to directly fund more videos so we can capture these extraordinary homes from around the world. So join today to receive early and exclusive access to new Homeworthy videos.
So today's party is being held to give back a little to some of the fellow designers that I'm participating with in the Lenox Hill Neighborhood House Gala, which is taking place very soon, May 2nd in New York City. And it's an important charity event held every year, and there are 40 tables in the dining room at Cipriani 42nd Street. Each table is decorated individually by its own designer. I will be doing a table, and we'll be having about 20 designers from that event attending today. And so this is our way of saying thank you to the designers for participating. The Lenox Hill Neighborhood House is an important charity on the Upper East Side that was founded in the 1890s, and it benefits pre-K children up until senior citizens with food, housing, education, all sorts of social services, and it's a very, very well-respected and important charity in New York. So we're really happy to be hosting them and having the other designers here. We've also included a few other designer friends to round out the party. And the theme, I thought, since we're having a lot of creative folk coming in, would be a Mad Hatter's Tea Party theme. So we've asked all of the people coming to participate by wearing a hat, hopefully something outlandish or of their own creation. And I got the idea for this party from a good friend of mine, Marie Samuels in Newport. She used to host a Mad Hatter's Tea Party at the National Arts Club in New York, and she has done it as well at the Armory Arts Club in Palm Beach, which I attended a few years ago, and this is actually one of my own creations that I wore to the event. I created this hat out of pink felt. I went to the millinery district in New York and trimmed it in white fur and silver braid and cameos, and even embellished the back of it. So I actually wore this with a white wig to her party at Club Colette in Palm Beach. So that was the inspiration for today's party, and I hope that we get a great turnout with colorful chapeau. So Philip, why don't you tell us a little bit how we're going to entertain and what's going to happen?
Well, usually I do smaller dinner parties or lunches for maybe 12 people or less. But when I do an open reception for 40 or 60 people, I tend to ask for additional help. So today I've asked a company called Premier Party and Model Bartenders to provide 4 staff for us. And I've worked with these gentlemen for, over 15 years. They're wonderful. Wait till you see them. They're polite, they're capable, they can anticipate all of my needs and my guests' needs, and they just make this sort of party pleasant for the hosts and less worry. So we've decided to do a double-sided buffet on the main dining room table. and we're having a lot of interesting dishes. Eric's been very busy.
As have you.
Well, Eric makes a wonderful coronation chicken salad. That's lovely, and he made a beautiful pistachio and apricot salad with orzo. I have very simple filet mignon served cold with horseradish and also with mustard. And we have a shrimp cocktail, and I have a very summery New Jersey Italian tomato mozzarella salad. Very nice. And then we have special desserts too.
Yes.
You made your champagne jelly.
Champagne jelly for ornament.
Yeah, and you made beautiful pineapple coconut cakes.
Yes.
From scratch. And
Laced with rum.
Nice. And I made a Lithuanian orange poppy seed cake. We have miniardies and traditional fruit, and so we'll give everyone plenty of time to enjoy the buffet. We'll sit around the house eating, and I'm very excited to see what the hats will be with all of these talented designers who are coming. Eric and I will be surprising you shortly with our outfits for the day. Our hats will be simple. We don't want to outshine our guests. However, our outfits are a little OTT.
Well, we're a little OTT, so, what are we going to do? So we're here in the dining room, and this is where the buffet will be staged. I will let Philip talk about the arrangement and the food, but I'm just going to give a word about the floral arrangements. We called in our friends Lee and Tom from Bedminster Florists. They helped us out in the holidays, and had them do these wonderful rose topiaries on top of these silver épergne, and pulling some of the floral colors out of the paintings that we have, the Abidani painting behind you on the sideboard, and just some greenery cascading for a beautiful pastel spring lunch. So Philip, do you want to talk about how the food's going to be arranged and how things will happen in here?
Sure. Well, you can see it's in setup mode. Our staff is about to arrive. I mentioned earlier that I have 4 gentlemen who come and help me for larger parties, and they will be assembling the trays on the table. But I've made things easy for them. I've put little sticky notes for where each platter should go. It's going to be a double-sided buffet. So we're going to have the beef here with mustard and horseradish sauce, shrimp platter here with cocktail sauce, chicken salad, the coronation chicken salad that Eric made here, and then a tomato, basil, and mozzarella salad, and orzo salad, and then some luncheon rolls. So that'll be repeated on the other side. And I've decided to display some of my favorite silver for the event. I have these 3 large Trois Grâces, 3 Graces épergnes by Paul Storr from the 1820s. And the 2 smaller ones were made for the Duke of Cambridge. And I also have pieces from the Earl of Shaftesbury service by Paul Storr and Philip Rundle. And so I've got the 4 vegetables and the 2 covered meat dishes here, and then the 2 covered vegetable dishes as well. And my favorite candlesticks. I never use candles for a lunch on the dining room table, but I do have them as decorations around the room, just not lit. So these candlesticks are by Parker and Wakelin, and the vegetable dishes are by Hennel, and the tea caddies as well. And so this will be the dessert buffet. We'll have mixed berries and whipped cream and pineapple cake, and I've got this poppy seed cake, which is looking yummy. And
a lone champagne jelly.
Oh, yes, the champagne jelly. That's definitely happening. So I've decided to put all of the dishes for the buffet on this console by Rubstock. It's a transitional Louis XVI piece made of mahogany, which was such a rare wood in the mid-18th century. So we'll have linen napkins with all of the forks and knives wrapped, ready to go. And then we'll set up the dessert dishes and the dessert napkins and forks and knives here as well. So there we are in the dining room. And this will definitely get into shape. I do have my sauces pre-made, so that'll be easy for the staff to put out. And I just wanted this to be easy for everyone, for the staff, for the guests. And I think we've got it.
And it's mid-April, so unfortunately, Mother Nature's not cooperating with us. Tomorrow will be 70 degrees and sunny, and we would have been able to make use of our patio and the porches and have people in and out of the house, but we will be sequestered inside, but it should be all right.
Well, you never know. Yesterday the sun came out after the rain. Maybe we'll be surprised. So we're planning this event, and we thought we'd have guests arrive through the front doors, of course, and then we'd invite them into the living room, and then near the living room is the piano room, and we've hired a wonderful, famous pianist. His name is Robert Egan, known as Bob Egan in these parts to his friends. He's very talented. He'll be playing jazz and the American songbook throughout the day for about 4 hours during the party. So he'll be playing my 1924 restored Steinway D that belonged to Hazel Scott. I'm so excited to have a bit of Harlem history in the house coming to life today. And it should be really wonderful. But let me show you our route. So guests will come through the entrance hall. We'll invite them into the living room. And,
What are these doing here?
Oh, this is great. These are the hats.
I had this room picked up.
I know, but this is really great. We found all these hats over the last few years. During COVID, when we weren't allowed to see our friends, I was part of a movie club where we would watch international movies separately and then dress for a Zoom cocktail in our favorite costumes and character hats.
Were we expecting the Village People?
Well, absolutely. This is my architect's hard hat, you know. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. I know, too much. Oh, and then this is my favorite one. This was Halloween a few years ago. This is my Big Edie Beale T for Two hat. Edie, do a little soft shoe. How can you resist it?
What is this one from? The Women?
Oh, that's right.
I've been to Sydney's too, Jungle Red.
Oh, this is very Camelot. If ever I would leave you, how could it be in summer? Oh, wait, where's the Titanic hat?
Oh, that's not quite the right color. Which one? This one? It doesn't look any bigger than the Mauritania.
Oh, this is great. I found all these hats also at the Golden Nugget, all these wonderful 1950s ladies' hats. This cherry one reminded me of, I guess...
Oklahoma.
I'm just a girl who can't say no. Kissing's my favorite food. I mean, they're bad. I mean, and this,
They're
of course,
really bad.
Here's another Halloween one.
I don't even want to know where this came from.
Oh, this came from the British Museum. This is, Patroclus.
Well, this is a little bit more up my alley. But,
Yankee Doodle Dandy. At any rate, we've got a lot of fun hats here. If people don't have their own hat today, they can borrow some of these. And then, of course, you know, we've got our Brokeback Mountain hats. Which we won't.
Or Yeltsin.
Oh, this is my favorite one. Oh, this is the best one. I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
Yeah.
This is also very good.
Yeah.
This is my Ten Commandments hat.
Oh, I thought it was the Steve Martin King Tut song. Born in
So
Arizona.
let it be written, so let it be done. The most important thing about this lunch is that it should be easy to prepare and easy to serve, especially if I'm not going to be in the kitchen sort of supervising. I trust my team captain, Troy, to do this. He's done it before many times, and it's all being served cold. Just cold dishes, simple dishes, and also easy to prepare, except for Eric's famous coronation chicken salad and some other salads. But we're excited to serve it and see how people react, and I hope you enjoy it too. I think the servers are here. Let me go see. I think they're at the back door. Excuse me. Is there. In my office bathroom, I put all of the uniforms.
Okay.
They've been dry cleaned, and the ties are down there too, and the white gloves.
Would you like us to put that on now? Or
Yeah.
wait till...
Why don't you change, and then you'll reconnoiter here in about 10, 15 minutes,
Perfect.
and then I'll give you the tour of where everything is, and we can
right.
start with that. So another salad that I'm doing is just a simple sort of summery tomato, basil, and mozzarella salad with a balsamic vinaigrette with Vidalia onions and olive oil and a little salt and pepper. And then whatever leaves I have left over from the basil, I'm going to chop them very finely and marinate them in the sauce. So that'll steep for about 2 or 3 hours before we serve the lunch, and it'll be perfect. So I've washed my hands several times. You know how big I am about bacteria in the kitchen. Always wash your hands constantly when you're handling raw food at this stage. So I'm just going to decorate these platters with slices of tomatoes. These are really wonderful, ripe, vine-ripened tomatoes, which are very sweet and don't taste, like they're not ripe. They're perfect. So we'll do that, and I'll show you the finished product in a little bit.
So I've made my famous champagne jelly again in the 19th century English copper mold. I'm about to turn it out, so a little tip when using a molded gelatin is to immerse it quickly in some warm water. Try not to spill too much of it on the table, just to loosen it up. And I think we're ready to try turning it out. Maybe one more dip. The more complicated the mold, I tend to add a little more gelatin to make it firmer so that it will not collapse. So say a prayer. Here we go once again. I heard the gurgle. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Got some of the champagne bubbles trapped in this edge here. And there you have it, and we'll garnish that with some strawberries, and that'll go on the dessert table.
So it's still very chaotic in the house. This is the music room where our pianist Bob Egan will be playing today. I'm using this as a catch-all area for now because the staff is going to roll all of this silverware into napkins for the buffet and put out all of these snacks in porcelain and silver bowls throughout the house. I'm using this Limoges Haviland multicolored dessert service with tea and coffee for the dessert hour. And all of this will be removed, of course, during the party. This is just here until the staff arrives and can set everything up. I also have this bar set up. It's sort of pre-set up. The staff will arrange it how they wish to use it, but it will turn around so that guests cannot walk into the kitchen. They can arrive, walk through the living room, come through the music room, get a drink, and then go back out and socialize with the other guests. And it's sort of a nice thing to have all of the wine and liquor and soft drinks in one spot for the day. So I'm serving Vauclicot champagne and Whispering Angel sort of rosé, and then I have a Santa Margherita Pinot Grigio, which will be very nice as well. And of course, Coke and Sprite and ginger ale and juices and the usual, and people can have cocktails if they're feeling in the mood. So that's that. And then the kitchen will just be, used for regular food prep. I have my special copper sink so that delicate porcelain won't chip or crack, or glassware. It's a softer metal than stainless steel, and it's the first thing that I changed in the house. It's what traditionally people with important collections of porcelain in China had during the Gilded Age. Very, very nice soft metal, which prevents damage. So yeah, we're in really good shape. Our staff, I think, is here, and I'll be checking with them and giving them the rundown of how things will operate today. So you'll be able to see that soon. We have Gregory, Troy, and we have Alex, and we have Ellis, who's assisting us today.
Yes.
Everything has been pre-made. There's nothing that you have to cook today.
Oh, okay.
So I can show you what I have in the garage refrigerator and also in this kitchen refrigerator. It's 2 platters of filet mignon served cold, and then there are 2 platters of shrimp cocktail. Actually, you will have to assemble the coronation chicken salad that's in a big pot.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you put it
okay.
on 2 platters that are on the dining room table. There also, I've already made a tomato mozzarella salad. The dressing is right there on the stove. You can just sprinkle the dressing on then at the last minute to set up the buffet.
Okay, and that's how many platters of that?
Just 2 of those. They're all made. There are 2 bowls on the table for the pistachio orzo apricot salad.
Okay.
And that you can assemble that on the bowls. The serving pieces are on the table. The bar is something I'm going to need a little help with. I'd like to turn this table, as we had for the housewarming party a year ago. We can turn it so that guests won't come into the kitchen in this way or this way, but when they come in the house, they'll come through the living room. Bob Egan is coming to play the piano today. You're going to love him. He's a really talented guy. He's going to play all afternoon. So they'll get their drinks here. If you need more glasses, the large china storage room in the basement.
Yes, I can just grab.
Whatever, but everything should be washed before you put it out. In fact, all of these, probably all of it could use a rub down with a wet linen towel, and I have linen towels in the laundry room.
Okay.
And I don't know how you want to set this up. Maybe you want to have the container of ice, one of the coolers behind this, with an ice scoop, and then maybe keep soft drinks under the table. Because I've got Coke and Sprite, ginger ale, and seltzer. I don't have any bottles of Perrier or sparkling water, but and I have fruit juices for mixed drinks in the fridges. I've got cranberry, orange, grapefruit. And this should be enough. If you need more liquor, there's liquor above the refrigerator and also above the...
But we have plenty of club soda.
Yes, in the garage.
Seltzer, okay.
Yeah, there's a big catch table like this in the garage, and there are limes, lemons, snacks. If you guys get hungry, you of course please eat as much as you want from the buffet when the time comes, but if you're hungry now, I got you guys some chips and salsa and some whatever snacks. Help yourself. All of the silverware for today is on those 2 trays. And the napkins we're using today are in the passage to the dining room in the little butler's pantry area. The larger napkins with the embroidered edge, the larger flatware on that rectangular tray. If you can roll the flatware for me, please. There's 36 pieces of everything. But those are the 2 trays if you could kindly use with honey mustard dipping sauces and ketchup as well. They're there. And there are plenty of napkins. I've used linen napkins for cocktails and for the tray. So.
Philip, what time do your guests arrive?
1.
And how many?
Around 30.
All right. Thank you so much.
And I think I'd like to serve at 2.
Okay.
Maybe 2:15. Give people an hour to sort of walk around. It's a terrible day. I was hoping to have lunch outside. We probably will sit around the house for the lunch portion.
All ready for the big day?
Oh yes. I feel like Eliza Doolittle.
Yes.
About to go to her first race. Although this ain't my first rodeo.
No, it isn't. It isn't. No, thankfully we have all this kit because we've both attended the horse races at Ascot in England. So they were taken out of the mothballs and dusted off, and these are our hats that will hopefully not conflict or outshine our guests. So you think we're in good order?
Well, I think our outfits might outshine the guests, but the hats don't.
Oh.
At any rate, and at least the moths didn't eat all of these outfits. We were last at Ascot, I guess, before COVID.
Well before COVID, yeah. I think I went the first time in 2000 with my friend Henrietta Churchill, and it's been a wonderful event to go to every summer, every June, and something we look forward to. And of course, you were there several times when you were living in London.
I had fun. I was very lucky. I was invited by the co-sponsors of Ascot in the past, and very generous and wonderful hosts. And it reminds me of England.
Yeah,
we put
your days in London. We got some photos here and a couple pictures of my previous Ascot sojourns. So, shall we go downstairs?
Absolutely. Let's see where everyone is.
All ready, Professor Higgins?
Move your bloomin'.
Something. All right, well, it's almost showtime, so what do we have left to do?
I'm going to check on the staff, make sure they don't have any last-minute questions. I think we're okay. Dining room has come together. All the silverware has been rolled in the nice linen napkins. Buffets are being set up.
Pianist is going to be here what time?
Bob Egan is coming very shortly. He'll be here when the guests, hopefully before the guests arrive. And I just wish the weather would cooperate. Hopefully we'll get some sun.
I think we're going to be indoors, but let's do our last minute check.
Okay.
Philip?
Oh, yeah.
We need a big silver coffee pot so that the waiters can serve.
That's right, I forgot.
Can you go to the cellar?
Yeah. There's another one in the basement. We'll go right down now and get one. So here we are in the basement at Hollyhurst, and this is where Eric and I store our collections of porcelain and crystal, and in some cases some silver. And I was inspired by the Duchess of Windsor and her collections of china when she entertained. And I had a friend in East Hampton who had a basement also of magnificent porcelain and entertaining china that I love to emulate. So I'm always grateful for that inspiration. But we need a coffee pot, and I absolutely have one that's really beautiful. I have this French one that I'm going to use. I brought home some of my silver from the store, the co-op that I sell from in Lambertville, New Jersey, called A Touch of the Past. So I brought some things home to polish, but what's nice about being a silver vendor is that you can use some of your silver sometimes. So I'm going to bring this up. This is a beautiful sterling silver coffee pot from the mid-18th century from France. And I think, this one might do also. This is a beautiful silver coffee pot made by Henel in the 1840s with a chinoiserie pattern. But I think this one will hold more coffee for the dessert portion. So, here we go.
And broke back.
You look fabulous.
This is lovely.
Yeah,
You guys look fantastic.
You're the first to arrive.
We figured we were kind of.
This is silk. I don't know. I don't know. Yours might be
It's a little
beaver.
bit,
No,
it's a little bit shinier than
Yeah, that's the original one. This is a later one. This is still Lock
This
of
is
London.
antique.
But yeah, that's the better quality.
Well, of course.
My head's
It's a
too
Richard
fat.
Lysdahl original.
It's Guggenheim, right? Is that whose initials are in there?
I
Tell
think
my
it's
wife I
Monopoly.
behave decently. Is he?
I think it's very Monopoly.
Yes.
Hello, welcome to Holly. Oh my God, see that is so fabulous.
Is it 2000?
Oh my God.
You know where I got
I thought,
this.
is that Diane Keaton? Who is that? You look amazing.
You guys look amazing.
I love the hat. It's so Cecil Beaton. It's so, yes, off to the races also. Oh, hello. Oh, wow.
How are you? Mwah, good.
Fabulous hat. Beautiful coat. Angus, how are you?
I love the hat.
How are you? Good.
And the pink. This is so nice. Come in. Nice. So great. You came in your hat. It's
know.
beautiful.
I made it with fresh flowers. Where'd the flowers go?
Oh,
There
they're
they go.
gorgeous.
So I'm sitting here with Derek Samuelson, who is with Lenox Hill Neighborhood House. What is Lenox Hill Neighborhood House?
Sure. Lenox Hill Neighborhood House is a 130-year-old nonprofit organization on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. We were originally founded in 1894 as a free kindergarten for immigrant children and families, and we've expanded the breadth and depth of our programs through the years to now serve about 16,000 New Yorkers each year through a variety of free services, education, health, housing, mental health, nutrition, fitness, arts, and more. So just quality, free services for folks who need them.
That's wonderful. Now, I'm participating in the gala on May 2nd,
Thank
which
you again.
we hosted some of the designers here. And can you tell us about do you know when the gala originated, how many years it's been going on,
sure.
and what kind of turnout do you get for that?
Wow, well, it certainly predates me. Our Lenox Hill Neighborhood House Spring Gala has been going on for decades in this format with the interior designers. We have a long-standing partnership with the design community dating back to the legendary Albert Hadley, who served on our board for many years and kind of, to my understanding, dreamed up this concept of having the designers participate and design tables. So we do this year after year. This year we have about 42 designers participating who will each design a beautiful and unique tablescape creation for our 500 guests and supporters and partners to enjoy as we toast our community and celebrate this year's theme, which is Flights of Fancy.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to doing the table this year, and it's such a pleasure having you here. Now, for anyone who's watching that would like to get involved with Lenox Hill Neighborhood House or donate to them, how would they go about that?
Sure, thank you. They could check us out online at lenoxhill.org, and we have all the information about our programs and as well our Spring Gala, or on Instagram at Lenox Hill Neighborhood House.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric.
So it's a really fun party. Thank you, Homeworthy, for coming.
Thank you.
And letting us show you how we like to do things and entertain our friends. Thank you, Eric, for
And fellow
being
designers from Lenox Hill Neighborhood House Gala. So we're happy to be hosting them and glad everyone made an effort with their hats. And
great hats.
yeah, and now we get to attack that beautiful buffet of food, right?
Thank you also for supporting me.
And supporting you.
And also treasure your friends, take the time to spoil them, see them, spend time with them and your families too. And we're very grateful and grateful to you also. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.